am Alanna with GeauxHVAC. So a little bit of background on me. I am a part owner of GeauxHVAC. I went to Mississippi State for business, and within this time that I was in college, I was helping out with GeauxHVAC throughout the time. Once I graduated, I did end up getting a corporate job and then not really liking it. So I officially became a part of GeauxHVAC after me and my husband got married in August. So what entails in being an owner of GeauxHVAC is I am HR and I help with GeauxHVAC in growing the business. Also within that time, since I didn't know too much about HVAC, I ended up going on a bunch of calls with my husband whenever he was on call after hours. So from there, and within the about 8 months that I've been a part of GeauxHVAC, I learned a lot of things that homeowners should know and should look out for that no one knew about and that I didn't even know about if I wouldn't have been a part of GeauxHVAC itself. So what I came up with is the 5 senses of HVAC. So these are things, the senses that you need to look out for, and if you do have those senses, then you need to give us a call. The first one of seeing the one thing you need to look out for is a dirty filter. This is a really, really big deal. A lot of our calls, about 50 to 60% of them, could have been avoided if people would have changed their filters as regularly as they're supposed to. The second thing is rusty vents. So just think of like a cold Coke on a hot day. Whenever you take it outside, it starts to condensate and drip off of the Coke can. Kind of the same aspect whenever it comes to rusty vents. Cold air is meeting hot air somewhere and creating that rust on those vents. And then the last one to look out for is high electric bill. So if you realize that your electric bill is a lot higher than it usually is, that could be from your AC either working too hard or too long. And one of the reasons that it could be higher and working harder or longer is because you have a dirty filter. The next one is hearing. So the first thing to listen for is if you thought you had a ghost in your house and you just found out that your doors slam whenever the AC comes on. That's something that's not supposed to happen and could be an airflow issue. The second thing to listen for is allergies. So if you hear your kids or your significant other sneezing, coughing a lot, that could be a sign of your ductwork being old and nasty, and we may need to come check it out in order to help with those allergies. And then the last one to listen for is a loud startup. So if it sounds like your AC is like a demon whenever it is turning on, that isn't supposed to happen. And if your AC sounds like it is barely surviving, it probably is barely surviving. So we need to come out there to check it out and see how we can help. The next is feeling. The first thing you want to feel for is if the humid air. I know in Louisiana it is very humid outside. If you don't have any relief when you're coming inside, that is an issue, because one of the things that a lot of homeowners don't know is not only does the AC cool your air, but it also dehumidifies your air. And that's why it feels so good coming in from this humid, hot weather and just having that relief. The second thing to feel for is if one room is hotter or colder than the rest of the house, then that is an airflow issue. Not supposed to happen. There's something going on with your AC. And then the third thing to feel for is if your house starts shaking and you feel the walls shaking, kind of feels like you're going through an earthquake that we don't really get here, then that could be another thing that your AC is struggling, and that is also another thing that can be caused by having dirty filters. The next one is smells. So if you smell kind of like, it smells like a boys' locker room, like a super nasty mildew type smell, that could be a very big issue, and we would need to come out there in order to see what's going on with that. And then the second thing to smell for is burning. Trust me, I have smelled a burnt part of an AC before. You're not gonna miss it. Just make sure to turn off your AC immediately and then give us a call so we can figure out what's going on and the next steps forward. The last one is taste. Please, 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 nobody lick your units or anything. If you can taste the air, that really is an issue, and please give us a call or someone else a call in order to figure out why you can taste your air inside your house. So please don't taste your units. And so I'm Alanna. This is all of my information. The second number is the office number if you need to schedule or book a call. And then if there's nothing that you haven't gathered before, please, please please change your filter. It is a very big deal, biggest deal of all that could solve all of your issues long term. Thank you.